Mwansangala ndi mwachimwemwe ndikulandileni kuno ku Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences mwachidule imene imatchulidwa kuti MUBAS. Ine dzina langa ndine Bethia Katseka. Mu tsiku la lero Ejenko akhale ndithu akupereka thandizo kwa ophunzira amene akuphunzira makamaka mbali ija ya engineering. Amene wandithu ndi atsikana okwana 5 amene ndithu akhale akulandira thandizo. Kupatula zimenezi iwonso ndithu apereka ndalama zokwana 20 miliyoni makamaka kuthumba lija lomwe likutchedwa kuti MUBAS Endowment Fund imene ndithu inakhazikitsidwa ndi ophunzira amene anaphunzirapo pano pa MUBAS. Ndiye apa ndili ndi mtsikana mmodzi amene ndithu walandira amene akhale akulandira nawo thandizo limeneli. Timve kuti kodi chiyembekezo chake ndi chotani. Zabwino? Zabwino. Dzina lija nda?
Leya Chingaive.
Chabwino. Monga tanenera kale kuti ndiwe mmodzi wa anthu amene akhale akulandira thandizo limeneli ndithu mukulandira ma laptop. Kodi iwe chimwemwe chako ndi chotani kapena ukuyembekezera zotani?
Ine ndilosanga kwambiri chifukwa opanda ma laptop simakhayo kuta. Chifukwa timafuna kuti tikhale ndi content yambiri imene mafoni athu sangasunge. Ndiye choti atipasa ma laptop nawangati kuti tiwaniza kukhoza bwino kuti zikhala ndi information yokwanira imene tingawenso panga cover ngati academics.
Chabwino, anthu amene watu achoka nanu ku secondary kuzafika kuno ku university zakuthandizirani motani makamaka maphunziro anu?
Ineyo ndinalosanga kwambiri pamene ndinamva kuti Ejenko akupangitsa kuti azindithandize. So chifukwa zoti kunyumba zimakhala zovuta kuti atipire school fees. Nawo zoti ichi ndi mwayi waukulu kwambiri kuti ndikhozaonesa panga pursue in my academics. Ndeno ndilosanga kwambiri zoti ndikhozaonesa kupanga pursue chonse opanda so kudandaula nkhani ya fees.
Mwina kupita chitsogolo apa itokhala motivation muyenda motani makamaka kumbali ya maphunziro poti zovuta ndi zomwe mwakamba zinalipo inde koma apa zinthu zayenda mukwalonjeza zotani Ejenko kuti thandizo mwina limene apereka limene anayamba kupereka ndi kuthandizirani?
Ndikuona kuti thandizira kwambiri. Chiona zoti mbuyo muzimakhala zovuta kuti zikwanisa kuwerenga sinanga zoti foni pena yazima foni yomweyo kulisa ntchito kulumikizana ndi anthu yomweyo werengere zimakhala zovuta. Nde chifukwa cha ma laptop amene ndikuona kuti zizikhala zophweka kuti tikhoza kuwerenga nthawi iliyonse yomwe
mukwalonjeza kuti mupitiriza kulimbikira kapena zikatero ndiye kuti basi kumango download ma movie chanchani school osayenda?
Tilimbikira kwambiri kuti tizionesone zoti zomwe kupanga zisakutaya pachabe.
Tikumbuseni dzina liti?
Leya Chingaive.
Chabwino, umu ndi mmene ndachezera ndi Leya Chingaive, mmodzi mwa ophunzira amene ndithu akulandira nawo thandizo la lero. Mukhale pompa pamene mukhale ndithu mukuonera zambiri zomwe zikuchitika mkati mutibweranso zikatha izi.
Good morning. Good morning. Are we glad to be here? This is a happy function, so I ask you to express it. I ask you to show it that you're really happy and joyous to be here. As I said already, my name is Mervin Nchenga. I'm the Public Relations Officer from Ejenko, and this morning I'll be the one coordinating the ceremony. Allow me, before we start further, to recognize the various guests that we have here. To start with, the guest of honor, who is coming from Ejenko, our Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Maxon Chitao. Thank you, sir. Also, from MUBAS, the Vice Chancellor, Associate Professor, Madam Nancy Chitera. Thank you, Madam. We also have the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Ishmael Kosam from MUBAS. Thank you, sir. And also the Director of Finance and Investment, Mr. Chikondi General. Thank you, sir. We also have various senior members of staff from Ejenko. We have the Manager of Gender and Social Inclusion and also the Planning Manager for projects. And also we have senior members from MUBAS, various executive deans, including the chaplain. Welcome, sirs. I've already introduced myself. My name is Mervin Chenga. I've also introduced the various guests, but maybe we might not know them. So I would humbly ask that we also introduce ourselves. And since we're at MUBAS, I would ask that we start with the MUBAS side, making the introductions. and then we'll go to the Genco side. Thank you, madam.
Good morning, the CEO and the entire management team from Egenco. I am Nancy Chidera, the Vice Chancellor. Thank you.
Good morning, Engineer Dr. Shitao, and also the entire executive management of Egenco, and also my Vice Chancellor here, and the entire management of MUBAS, but also the students and all members here. My name is Ishmael Kosam. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor for MUBAS.
Good morning, Dr. Chitao and the entire management of Egenco. And good morning, the VC and all members of MUBAS present. And good morning, all the students present. I'm Chikondi General, the Director of Finance and Investments for MUBAS. Thank you very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Patrick Mbanga, the University Chaplain.
Good morning. My name is Stuart Mvura, representing the librarian.
Good morning. I am Timothy Jaza, Head of Mechanical Engineering Department.
Good morning. My name is Yamika Ngaye, doing Civil Engineering Structures, Year 3.
Good morning. My name is Gracia Gampinda, doing Civil Engineering Structures, Year 3.
Good morning. My name is Daonga Junior, doing Civil Engineering Water, Year 3.
Good morning. My name is Charity Namajota, doing Civil Structure Engineering, Year 3.
Good morning. I'm Leah Chingaibe, doing Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Year 2.
Good morning. I'm Doreen Kavala, Gender Manager.
Good morning. My name is Archibald Kandoje. I'm Planning Manager.
Good morning, VC and the entire management of MUBAS. My name is Maxon Chitao. I'm the CEO of Egenco. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, CEO and also Vice Chancellor. So those are the formal introductions. Now I suppose we know who is who. And also behind us there, I should recognize the presence of the media. So we have members of the media from various media houses. On top of that, other staff from Egenco, and also specifically, I failed to recognize, but I should recognize the students that were here that are under the Egenco scholarship program. They have already introduced their names. So welcome as well, and welcome everyone. Thank you very much. So you have seen the program. It's there on the table and also on the chairs. It's really a brief program. As I said when I was studying, Egenco has a program that it supports female students that are studying engineering across all public universities. And also, Egenco supports the MUBAS Endowment Fund. So that is why we're here, to express our support towards the female students and also to MUBAS towards the MUBAS Endowment Fund. Since we're here at MUBAS, it's only right that MUBAS should welcome us. Of course, I did welcome us, but I think the honor and it will be rich if we're welcomed by MUBAS itself. So at this time, I would like to ask the Director of Finance, Mr. Chikondi General, to come in front and welcome us all. Thank you very much.
The Chief Executive Officer for Egenco, Dr. Maxon Chitao, and our guest of honor today, the Vice Chancellor for the Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences, Associate Professor Nancy Chitera, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Ishmael Kosam, all management of Egenco here present, and all management of MUBAS present here, our distinguished students present here, and all individuals and guests who have come to this important event. Welcome and good morning. Mine is a short speech just to welcome all of you to the MUBAS this morning. This is one of the few occasions that we are showing the partnership that is there between EJENCO and MUBAS. Firstly, it starts with supporting the girl child that we are trying to nurture and develop into a stand-alone and resourceful person in the future. But you haven't just stopped there. You have taken a step further to support all other children who are in need of support through the Endowment Fund. So feel welcomed from the university and continue doing that gesture that you have shown today for now and even in the future. And we hope that this partnership will grow further as we move on from here. So thank you very much for this support, and feel welcomed indeed, and let us celebrate this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Indeed, now we feel welcomed and we can freely feel free here at MUBAS. Thank you, Mr. Jelana. That was the Director of Finance. At this time, I would like to invite the Gender Manager from EJENCO, Madam Doreen Kavala, to come in front and tell us more about the program that we have towards the MUBAS students, the EJENCO's scholarship program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mervyn. Good morning once again. I would like to recognize the presence of the guest of honor, who is also the CEO for EJENCO, Dr. Maxon Chitao, the Vice Chancellor, Associate Professor Nancy Chitera, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, EJENCO and MUBAS officials present, and the female students who are also the beneficiaries of the Talent Outreach Program for EJENCO, all the media houses, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Today, it's a special day for us at EJENCO, and I'm also sure it's the same with MUBAS. We've been waiting for this day so that we can hand over the laptops to the female students. So I would like to give you a brief background why we started this program and why EJENCO is integrating gender into its operations. As you know, research says that the power sector, of which EJENCO is the major player, is male-dominated. And EJENCO, of course, is one of the best company in the country as regards to its performance and productivity. So, but we have one challenge in our company. It's not only us, it's a global challenge, mainly specifically to the power sector. You know, our company, it's male-dominated. Our workforce, the men dominate by 83%. So you can see that the women only present a minority of 13%. So it is a big challenge to us as regards to equal participation between men and women. But also, not only that, in addition to that, men hold 90% of leadership positions. So you can see that the women out there, of course, they are present in EJENCO, but they don't have that voice, and their participation is generally low. So, and furthermore, only 10% of women are represented in our technical department, which is core to our business, of generating power in the country. So to address this challenge that we are experiencing, we said, okay, let's integrate gender in our operations, in our activities, our programs, and budget. So we set up a gender department as one of our establishments in the EJENCO. So we do have a gender policy and the anti-sexual harassment policy, which is a framework, which are frameworks for mainstreaming gender in the company. So one of the activities that we are currently undertaking and implementing is the talent outreach program. In this program, we are supporting at least, for now, 22 female students. These are students who are studying engineering-related programs in the public universities. And MUBAS is one of our beneficiaries to this talent outreach program. So in this program, in this talent outreach program, as I said that MUBAS is a candidate, we have 8 beneficiaries. I think today we have 5. 3 are due for graduation. I understand it's planned for May. Yes. So these 5 students, we are going to continue supporting them, but also we're going to add 3 to make it a total of 8. So we pay tuition, but also we offer internship whenever they are on holiday. So they come to Ejengo, work in our power stations as engineers. You know, we had this big project, the Kapitira project, and some of the female students were assigned to that Kapitira project. And I can say, I can attest to that this program is indeed yielding positive results. As such, the supervisors of which these students work under them, we have received positive feedback from them. So we will continue supporting these female students and collaborate with MUBAS management so that we can facilitate the availability of women engineers on the job market. But also, we're expecting that these students, one day, they'll become permanent employees of Ejenko. Because like I said, we only have 10% of women. So we want their inputs, their insight, but also their perspective in generating power. I think when we achieve that, we'll be glad to say, okay, now we have reached at least 40% of women, but also we have 20% or 30% of women engineers in Ejenko. So we can pat at our back and say, okay, yeah, this program is indeed yielding positive results. With that brief background of why Ejenko is integrating gender in our company, but also this talent outreach program, I would like to commend and thank especially Ejenko management for the investment and commitment towards gender integration in the company. And I think I forgot, I would fail if I don't mention that the CEO is the gender champion in our organization. And also to MUBAS for you continuing to impart knowledge to these female students. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. That was Doreen Kavara, Ejenko's gender manager. She gave a briefing and the background of Ejenko's talent outreach program, how it came about, and what we're currently doing. And I hope the students, if there's anyone who has just joined the program, I hope it was exciting enough and that you look forward to working with us, working at our power stations. I hope you enjoy it. I can trust that you will enjoy it. Thank you very much, Doreen. At this time, she mentioned that there's a number of support that we do. We support the students in terms of material support. She mentioned tuition, the internship, the mentoring, but we also provide equipment. We provide laptops. At this time, we've brought the laptops with us that we'll give them all today, but we would like to make a symbolic gesture to present those laptops. So if I may ask Ejenko CEO, Dr. Chitao, to come in front, and also the Vice Chancellor to come in front to receive these laptops. And I would also ask one of the students to be close by so she can be in front here and take a picture with both the CEO and the Vice Chancellor as we receive this laptop. Let me ask Yamikani Ngayaye to come in front. If we can have the laptop, please. Thank you very much. So this is the laptop. a symbolic gesture of the laptop being presented to the students that are beneficiaries of Ijenko's Talent Outreach Program. If you can hold it straight like this so it can be visible. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I would ask Yamikani to go and sit, but I would ask the CEO and the Vice Chancellor to also to still stand, because Ijenko is also here to support the MUBAS Endowment Fund. And we've brought a check, we've brought a check which is a sponsorship to MUBAS. We're going to hide it. They will reveal how much we're giving MUBAS. The CEO will turn the dummy check and please hide it so that we shouldn't reveal it yet. I'm not going to mention the amount. I'll just like the CEO to turn it so we can all see how much Ijenko is sponsoring the MUBAS Endowment Fund. So that is 20 million Malawi kwacha, Ijenko's support towards the MUBAS Endowment Fund. If there can be a handshake, please, while you're holding the check, to show support. And if you can look at the cameras as well, so that we can take the pictures. 20 million kwacha towards the MUBAS Endowment Fund. This is a fund. Let me ask the Vice Chancellor and the CEO. Before you sit, we've actually brought the actual check. Where is the actual check? It's not just the dummy check that is here. So you should actually see the actual check. If you can receive the dummy check, please. So that is the actual check of 20 million Malawi kwacha towards the MUBAS Endowment Fund. So we'll leave both the dummy check and the check with MUBAS today. Ijenko is real, and Ijenko is here. Okay, please do. I should have invited the Director of Finance as well to receive the amount. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sir, madam, you may take a seat. Thank you very much. If we may clap, please. This is good news. This is good news. Thank you very much. So the MUBAS Endowment Fund is a fund that supports needy students here at the university. And Ijenko is proud to be a part of sponsoring these students so that every deserving student should be able to have access to education. At this time, I would like to once again invite Yamikani to come in front and express her gratitude and also tell us a bit more about how she's benefiting from the Student Outreach Program. Yamikani, thank you.
First of all, let me recognize MUBAS Vice Chancellor, Associate Professor Nancy Chitera, Ijenko Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Dr. Maxon Chitao, distinguished members of the MUBAS and Ijenko management, fellow students, members of media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is both an honor and a humbling experience to stand before you this morning. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. On behalf of my fellow Ijenko students that are being funded, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Ijenko for this generous donation to the MUBAS Endowment Funds and for supporting our education. Your investment in our education is a testament to your commitment to nurturing talent and fostering academic excellence. We are honored to be part of this initiative and pledge to make the most of this opportunity. As Nelson Mandela once said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world," end of quote. We believe that your support will empower us and it will make us to be agents of positive change in our communities. We appreciate your presence today and look forward to continuing our partnership. Thank you for believing in us and empowering us to achieve our academic goals. Once again, thank you, Ijenko, for your kindness and support. Thank you.
Let us clap hands again for Yamikani. expressing her gratitude towards Ijenko for the support that it is providing to the students, and she has committed that they will do their best to make sure that they benefit from this so that they exploit all the opportunities that Ijenko is providing. Thank you, Amikani, and thank on behalf of all your friends. At this time, I would also like now to ask the Vice Chancellor, Associate Professor Nancy Chitera, to also come in front to speak on behalf of MUBAS. Madam, thank you.
Thank you very much, the Director of Ceremonies, our guest of honor, the Chief Executive Officer of Ijenko, Engineer Dr. Maxon Chitao. My DVC here emphasized to me, don't miss engineer. Yes, because we are proud of you, sir, and we welcome you back to your institution because you belong here. Yes. Yes, is the project planning manager, Mr. Archibald Kandoje, gender and social inclusion manager, Miss Doreen Kamara, and all the staff from Ijenko. Let me also recognize especially the Deputy Vice Chancellor of MUBAS, Professor Ismail Kosam, the Director of Finance and Investment, Mr. Chikondi General. We have seen also the heads of departments here present, and the members of staff here present from MUBAS. The SRC president, if he's around, and his team, and beneficiaries of this donation today, the students, members of the press, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of management and on my own behalf, let me join our student here to give thanks and appreciate the gesture that is being done today. And the speech that was made by the Gender and Social Inclusion Manager, Ijenko, resonates very well with us here. Ever since, in the past, maybe the 2-3 years ago, in terms of the female representation in our institutions was also very, very small. So for example, in terms of the students' population, we've been between 35 to 38% for the entire population. Out of this 38% or 35 to 38%, you'll find that programs from education and communication, programs from the School of Business, whatever, will be doing the 50-50. What is pulling us down is the engineering and the sciences. Because if we take out this and take the average of this, would be close to the 40, 45, 60 or 55%. And when we also realized this as management, we have put a number of programs in place to make sure that we correct this, but we improve the situation on the ground. And management here has approved a deliberate policy of selecting 50-50 when we are doing the selection at first year. And the DVC heads the selection process, and it has been a struggle for the team to get a 50-50 for engineering programs. And when we had a team, there was a team now, the team of engineers plus other scientists that had to go into the different secondary schools, doing career talks and everything else. And gradually, we have started seeing an improvement. And DVC here can testify that for the first time it was last year, if not this year's selection, we managed to get 50-50 in engineering programs. Yes. So what I wanted to say is just to assure you that the program that you've started, in the next 5 or so years, you will see there will be a very great improvement in terms of female involvement in the male-dominated area. So with that, we would like to say thank you very much, because these particular efforts that the institution is doing, they would not have made sense if we didn't have another partner that would take over from us from where we are, you know. So we're increasing the number of female students, and then we have the industry that is also now like receiving what we are doing on the ground. So there is a continuity from secondary school all the way to university and to the private sector. And when they come here, we also discovered that they need special attention because some of them, they really struggle to go through. And therefore, as management as well, we had to put in place what we are calling there are two types of bridging programs. So we have the bridging program that bridges the students from primary or from secondary to the university, but we are also focusing on retention bridging programs. We were supposed to start this year, of course, but because of a number of issues, we didn't manage to start in this academic year. Most likely, we'll start in the next academic year because there were a number of things that we needed to put in place. And so we have the SAVE project on board that is sponsoring the development of these particular programs, but also the policies that would support this kind of a program. Because for these students, when they get to the university, we do not want to lose any. Of course, we are just talking of female. These the bridging programs, we've been in trouble before that why are you just saying female? You don't lose male students. You deal with draw male students. So this bridging program will have a it will be based on percentages in terms of the female as well as the male students. We want to make sure that everybody who comes into the university, they all graduate. We don't lose any of them. And so the gesture that that we are launching today or that we are celebrating today, therefore cannot be taken for granted. And as an institution, we are very thankful for helping our students. And we know that as our student representative have said, this will go a very, very long way in terms of their studies. But also, it's not just the engineering or the science programs where we are looking at supporting the students. And our guest of honor, just to mention here that we have 11,500 student population today. And within this 11,500, our records show that around 55% of our students' population, they are needy. Needy in the sense that some of them, they lack tuition fees. Some it's accommodation, they have tuition fees, but they don't have accommodation. Some, they might have accommodation, but they don't have transport, they don't have food, and so different areas of being needy for our students. And for the past 3 years, we've been knocking. We've come to your doors. We've gone to almost every institution you talk about, looking for scholarships, funding for these particular students. And last year, management said, I think this is not sustainable. Can we put up something in place that would help us to alleviate or to help our students? We also witnessed that almost every year we had maybe close to 50 students withdrawing on financial grounds. And therefore we said, no, I think this is not the right way. And therefore management came up with an idea of the endowment fund. We developed the policy and our council supported us. And right now I'm glad to say this fund is operational. And we are going to have a proper launch of this fund. And you will be one of them as we are launching of this fund. We have a good number of organizations that have come forward to support us, and we are really thankful and grateful for that. Thanks. So apart from the areas that I have mentioned, as an institution, maybe you might talk of 11,500. What about the issues of library? So we are going e-library, and therefore we are intensifying on buying e-books and also the gadgets for our students. We are also expanding the bandwidth. Our target, we have a very big target, of course, but we are moving slowly, and we want to believe that we will be there. So we have the dire need of the e-books, the gadgets, but also funding for the internet bandwidth. Of course, we are trying, we are doing everything that we can. Let me also mention that apart from the undergraduates, we have also introduced quite a number of postgraduate programs in related fields. We just want to help government in training their own professionals in the country. We want to serve the nation in different ways, apart from just developing the human capital for the nation, but also how can we come in and help government to save resources for the development of our nation. So you'll find that there are quite a number of postgraduate programs, and these particular postgraduate programs, we would like to extend an invitation to EJENCO. We have so many of them in engineering as well, so many of them in business or in accounting, and therefore we can extend this particular partnership beyond what we have today, and we also go into the training, look at the areas where we can come in and train, and we have also the MDC center there. We have the ICE, the Institute for Continuing Education, that are available there for us to utilize and help the industry as well as your organization building capacity. And ladies and gentlemen, EJENCO has been contributing to MUBAS in different ways. And it is our desire that we go beyond what we have been doing together with them. And our guest of honor, we introduced to you a number of entities that we have on the ground to help us in everything that we are doing. So for example, we have gone into mining, we have gone into the agricultural mechanization unit. Right now we have the handheld tractor. We will start mass production towards the end of June. We have the Unipod. I think you have been there. You have been so helpful. And there are actually other items that we have produced for EJENCO. And so we are proud of that and want to believe that this will go on. We also have the printing unit. We have the whole printing unit with state-of-the-art machines, you know. We have the garage with us here, and soon in the next year we want to turn this garage into the center of fitness, the COF. Okay, so we are therefore we are therefore hoping that EJENCO and MUBAS will go into a well-established partnership that would go beyond maybe the training of our students, and we look forward to that partnership. That would be, I think there is a word which is called, is it symbiotic? Am I right? The symbiotic. We don't want to be a parasite. We don't want to be a parasite, but we want to have that symbiotic relationship where we also do something for the institution as you are also doing something for this institution, and want to believe that we will go far with that. And if you look at our vision and our mission, there is a statement that I always say in my speech, is that we would want to, we are targeting producing graduates that when they go out there, they have to drive the pace of transformation in Malawi as well as outside Malawi. That's our target. And the introduction of all these things on the ground is that we be relevant, but also the graduates that we are producing, they have to drive the pace of transformation. And if we look at the whole staff, I think the percentages that the gender manager here forgot is, what is the percentage of MUBAS graduates in EJENCO? You'll find that it's 100% maybe. or 99%. So that's what we want. We want the graduates that would drive the pace of transformation in this particular institution, on this particular nation. So thank you very much for coming forward, that we can work together, and we look forward that we'll continue in this symbiotic relationship. And to our students, congratulations. And congratulations for being part of the Ejenko Scholarship. It is not easy. If you look at the student population just within your school, how many are there and how many females are there, and what happened for you to be picked? If you reflect on that, you notice that this is not by chance. This is something that you cannot take for granted. This is something that you have to hold on to dearly, work hard in class, be committed, and you move on. And as you have said, Ejenko is waiting for you. Some of you will be part of them, and want to believe that as you join them, you'll be the ambassadors of MUBAS as you continue to work hard and make the institution proud. For us as management, we are proud of you, and we're wishing you all the best in everything that you're doing. In case you have any issues, our offices through the Directorate of Students Affairs is available for you. So once again, thank you very much to Ejenko, the entire management, for considering us, for giving us this donation, for the endowment donation. I can assure you it will go a very, very long way. So thank you very much. And thank you, the management team, all members of staff here, for being here, for being supportive. This is only possible because you have been there as management. So thank you very much. And our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
A big hand, please. A big hand, please. Thank you, Vice Chancellor, Professor Chitera, for those remarks. It seems that we have an understanding that we have the same problem that both MUBAS and Ejenko are here to address, that of the representation of females in the technical field, in the power sector. And thank you very much also for giving us